Hey everyone, welcome back to the Forge. Today I'm going to be showing you a quick method on how to paint Skaven Plague Monks for your Skaven armies. First colour we're going to be using is Militarum Green on all the robes. Once I've painted that, we'll cut straight into the next colour. With the Militarum Green now applied, we're going to move on to Guilliman Flesh. We're applying this to all the flesh areas. Keep in mind that for each Plague Monk, the amount of flesh exposed varies. For example, on this one here, his head is completely exposed, but if I take one I started painting earlier, he's wearing a hood. So once the Guilliman Flesh is applied, we'll cut back to the next colour, which will be Wildwood. Next, we'll be moving on to applying Wildwood to all the fur details. As well as this, if you had chosen to equip your Plague Monks with the staffs and blades, you could use this contrast paint on the wooden staffs. Once the fur has been painted in, we're going to move on to our next colour, which will be Caribou Crimson. With Wildwood now applied on the fur details, we're going to move on to Caribou Crimson, which will be applied to the tail in order to give it that pinkish colour. After that's done, we'll go on to painting the weapons, and optionally you can paint the teeth in with Skeleton Horde, which I won't be doing in this paint guide. Now we can move on to painting the weapons of our Plague Monk. And for this one in particular, I'm going to be doing one metallic weapon and one warpstone weapon. In order to paint a warpstone weapon, I'm going to be using Beeltan Green Shade. An example of a warpstone weapon with this method is on this clan right here. Now, I don't like to do too many of these in my army, but it does add a nice bit of variety. So once the Beeltan Green's applied, we'll move on to that metallic weapon. Now, for the metallic weapon, I'm going to be using Citadel Lead Belcher, followed up by a quick sponging highlight using Roofang Steel to give it a slightly more beaten up and worn down look. We'll cut back once those two steps are done, and that'll be our Plague Monk completed. And with that, our Plague Monk is done. I hope you've enjoyed this paint guide, and I hope it makes painting these old models a little bit easier. Thanks for watching.